What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be discussing Yachty and Tecca's collab tape that they made over last summer with Internet Money. I'm just going to kind of do a deep dive into the Reddit, discussing what happened to it, where is it, are we still going to get it? But before we do start, make sure to check out the second channel, Complex 2. A link to that is in the description down below. Also want to shout out to all the channel members. And lastly, follow me on Instagram at Complex Productions 999 and my Twitter at Complex Discuss. But all this being said, we're just going to get started. So basically, in the summer of 2021, or honestly maybe even a little bit before, Taz Taylor started hyping up an Internet Money collab tape with Lil Yachty and Lil Tecca, and I think a good name or a fan theory name for this tape was going to be something like Tecca Bo or just something along those lines. And we kind of know that this tape did exist at one point or another, because not only did Taz Taylor mention it, but I'm pretty sure Yachty and Tecca themselves mentioned it, and they were always going on Instagram Live previewing new snippets, showing us new songs, and they've even released a lot of collabs. A few of these collabs that we've seen released is Bank Teller on We Love You Tecca 2. We even saw Virgo World get released on Yachty's birthday mixtape that he releases every single year. And we've even gotten leaks for stuff like For the Soul, which is honestly, I think, one of the best Yachty verses I've ever heard. One of the best Yachty and Tecca collab songs I've heard. And this whole album was going to be executive produced by Taz, or Internet Money specifically. After doing a little bit of a dive and just trying to research this project and kind of really see what happened to it, obviously, if you guys don't remember, there was that one Yachty and Tecca music video that ended up leaking called Go. This was one of the songs that was supposedly probably going to end up on this tape, honestly. It was produced by Internet Money. It was a song with Tecca and Yachty, and they had a whole music video filmed for it that's really good quality, and Yachty or Tecca ended up posting it for like 5 minutes and it got deleted, so it accidentally ended up leaking. And this is far from the only song that we know. We also know that, like I said, they ended up having something like For the Soul, which is one of my favorite, well, it probably is my favorite Yachty and Tecca collab song. I think that the energy and the vibe from this song is insane, and the snippet's iconic. I was a fan of the snippet back when they posted this, but there's even other snippets. I found songs like Peanut Butter Coupe, Time, and I've even found a couple unheard titled snippets. There's one called All I Know. There's so many snippets out there, and even like these couple leaks like For the Soul and Go, and the officially released music that they have together, that it's honestly kind of insane how many songs they ended up making together and that we didn't end up getting this tape. I think it's pretty much just common knowledge within the rap community that a lot of artists have a lot of music together and they do talk about doing tapes. We saw this most specifically with Juice, even with Juice and Yachty with Blessed Boys. We never got that tape. We saw it with Juice and Thug, Juice and Trippy, just so many different examples and instances of us seeing stuff like this happen. Not even specifically with just Juice, but so many artists talk about doing collab tapes that we never got. I've heard about a Trippy and MGK collab tape before that here we are still waiting on it. They talked about that in like 2020 or 2021. For whatever reason, sometimes these things don't just end up getting released, and honestly, I don't know why. For a lot of the reason, I think it's probably just because, like I said, a lot of these artists don't necessarily have a vision or a plan to release these collab tapes, so it just comes down to these songs either end up getting leaked or some of them do end up dropping on projects, kind of like what I think we saw happen with Tecca and Yachty. But when I did start looking into the Reddits and stuff, I tried finding as much information about this tape that I could, and I actually did end up finding like a Reddit post where it's just a little thread, and literally the caption to this thread is, okay, Bank Teller by Tecca featuring Yachty is insane. If their collab tape is still happening, I'm very excited for it. Keep in mind that this is over 7 months ago. I also do want to inform you guys that if you do want to find any links to these Reddits and go through these yourselves, the links to them all that I found and used in this video will be in the description down below. But moving forward, there's also a little thread where they go on to say that Bank Teller was good, but I think they got better songs. And then they continue just to say like, what other songs do you prefer that they currently have out? I think this is much better than Virgo World's song, not album. And this is obviously the song that Yachty released. I think that both of those songs, Bank Teller and Virgo World specifically, are really good tracks, but I also think that Bank Teller is better than Virgo World, but I also think For the Soul is better than both of those songs combined. But I still enjoy all of these collaborations that I've heard between them, and these threads just keep going on. They continue discussing that it is still happening, but they're both working on solo projects right now as well. Virgo World in this track got me hyped, so this kind of tells me that at some point either Taz, Yachty, or Tecca kind of confirmed to their fans around 7 months ago, or at least before that, that they were going to still do their collab tape, but after they both released their solo projects, well, I'm not exactly sure what project Yachty was working on, if it was the birthday tape or if he still has something he wants to release himself, but we know that Tecca released We Love You Tecca 2 over the summer in 2021, so we really just haven't heard anything about this tape since then, and they've both released solo projects since this thread was made, and we still don't have the tape. The last part right here that I found is it says that somebody said, you think the collab tape is actually going to drop, and they just go on to say, I really hope that it drops. Why would they do so many songs together and not drop them? Also, I could believe that some of them are on the Internet Money tape. Hope that Internet Money tape comes soon. Also, that New York drill project he said he's working on. So I'm assuming that somebody said something about working on a tape like that. I don't know specifically if it was Taz or Yachty, but either way, it doesn't really matter because we still haven't really found much regarding this tape or anything specifically. And honestly, it just kind of sucks because if you listen to their leaks together or the stuff that they have out together or these snippets, I think that this just sounds like some of the best work I've heard with the Internet Money production, with Tecca's energy, Yachty's energy. It honestly would have been one of my favorite collab tapes, and it sucks we didn't get it, and I can't really find a reason to why we didn't get it other than the fact that maybe they just ran into issues with releasing it, or they both just decided to not release it, or they weren't in a rush to drop it. But that's all for this video. I hope I was able to bring you guys some attention about this tape, and maybe, you never know, maybe Tecca and Yachty will end up deciding to release this tape, or Taz will mention it and we'll find actual information on it. I'm not sure, but I just made this video because this is something that I really would have been a huge fan of, and I'm sure a lot of you guys would have been too. But with all this being said, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.